Today's video is going to be a quick update about our lives since we went to Mexico and are now back on the road.
I'm Moritz.
And I'm Chico.
And we built this camper van
to travel North America to rock climb. Six weeks ago, we drove down into Mexico and made our way to Hidalgo, where El Potrero Chico is, and climbed our hearts out.
Yeah, we decided to get really into climbing and put the camera aside for a bit, because it is actually really hard getting good climbing footage, especially if you don't have a team with you that takes care of the camera. So yeah, we put the cameras aside and really crushed out some rock climbing. We got on a bunch of super cool multi-pitch routes, our longest being 12 pitches, almost 400 meters in elevation. Estrellita. Chico sent her 510D project,
which is my personal best, and one of our goals this year of van life was to really push ourselves to our limits. We have never ever created the space in our lives to be able to challenge our physical capabilities as well as our mental capacities to climb to our best.
It was always an hour after work, maybe 2 hours after work, 3 times a week in a gym that's that tall, and finally we could get that tall every day. So
climbers don't film because this is a really hard genre to film. Having good camera angles that's not the GoPro on your helmet or on your chest and all you see is nauseous movements of texture on your screen, it does get a little bit more complicated, and we wanted to follow our hearts this time and just devote the space to climbing, and we had some great achievements. There's a climb in El Potrero Chico called Pitch Black, 6 pitches, sport 510D at the edge of our capacity. This time around, it wasn't our physical capabilities that held us back. Morris led the 510D crux pitch really awesome, but I had a really bad panic attack on that climb, and thankfully we were able to get off safely. In my defense, there were more things going on around me than I can count on one hand. Between rockfall, screaming people, drilling in the rock, parties, setting up other things.
Next door they decided to set up a new route and cleaning it, and they were pulling out rocks that size and tossed it down, so the whole canyon was in alarm because the rock falls sounded really bad.
And that was also right around the time that the Ukraine war started, about to bubble over. Thankfully we got off safely, as I said, but that was kind of the tipping point for me to finally seek therapy. So I also started therapy during these past 6 weeks, and it's been like life-changing. I've always had mental health resources with me, and this is the biggest mistake that I made during van life. Was I thought that van life would remove so many elements of uncertainty. God, it sounds so stupid as I am saying it out loud. It would just, like, your life would simplify, right, in van life. So I was like, oh, okay, my life is going to be simpler. I won't need mental health resources. But lo and behold, it only got worse. So if you're listening to this, make sure you have a budget for a mental health resource if that's what you've been using all along throughout your life. But if you are facing a financial barrier right now, there is also a grief fund that Arc'teryx and the American Alpine Club have partnered together on, where they give you $600 to help you through any grief, loss, or trauma that's related to climbing, mountaineering, or skiing. And I think it's a really awesome support that a lot of people probably don't know about. So here I am spreading the word. If you are one of those folks, make sure you check it out. I think it's yeah, I don't know. What else do I say about it?
Well, I would say if you are inclined to donate to that cause, I'm also pretty sure they are more than happy to accept a donation on that grief fund.
Yeah, exactly. And also we had some amigos.
Some friends showing up. If you watched our Sedona episode, and we also did the van tour of the ProMaster with these guys, Diego and Lauren showed up.
And Kira,
of course,
she's
the most
star.
important one.
Of course.
They traveled through Baja and took the ferry on the mainland and then visited us in EPC, and we spent almost 2 weeks together climbing even more. We taught them a bit on outdoor climbing, on rock climbing.
On multi-pitch stuff, we
Yeah.
took Diego up a route. But it was so awesome to be able to share our passion of climbing and be able to pass on that knowledge to other people.
And then eventually it was time to say goodbye again.
Again, I hate saying goodbye.
They went further south and we are now in Texas. We left when it was like 38 degrees in El Potrero Chico. It was really hot, so we decided it's getting too hot down there and we are driving back north. That the summer is on the brink.
What are you most excited
Well,
for?
first I'm excited for spring because it's gonna be fair garlic season. If you are into garlic, find a patch of that stuff. It's the best garlic kind of plant you'll find.
Not the poisonous stuff, because the
Not the
poisonous
poisonous
stuff will have cyanide in it and it will kill you. And we do not take any responsibility for that. However, we will do a video on that in the future, probably.
Yeah,
because-
we'll show you our harvest for sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. And we're gonna continue heading back north.
No, Sandy
Going to
Rocks in
Sandy Rock.
Alabama.
Alabama,
We're going to Kentucky.
Kentucky.
World-class climbing in the red.
Yes. This is
And
where this
then-
ugly water bottle is from. That's not me, by the way.
We'll see. We probably have a very special episode coming up very
Ooh,
soon.
yes. We've been planning this episode for like a year, if not 2 years. So we can't tell you anything more, but it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. And if it doesn't come, then some real shit probably happened.
Also, thank you to everybody who sponsored our coffee. Or my
Coffee.
beer in my case, I guess.
Yes, thank you everyone. If you enjoy our content, feel free to check out that page. And if you've got a few bucks to buy Moritz a beer or buy me a coffee, then
We're
I'm
happy
more
to
than
enjoy.
happy to enjoy it. So thank you for thinking about us and thank you for being here. Y'all mean the world to us, and having this space to share all of this is just, I mean, it's almost like a mental health therapy
Almost is.
session a little bit. But yes, we are so excited to head back up north.
Uh-huh.
And
I guess that wraps up our update, what's been happening the past weeks. And then we'll see you on the road to pitches. Finally back on the road.
finally back on the road. See you on the road to pitches. Bye.